Hi, I'm Dr. Meghan McGovern, board-certified plastic surgeon, and I'm here today with Carolyn and her husband Ray, and they've been kind enough to come and talk about the Ulthera procedure that you had done 90 days ago, and I wanted to kind of get your feedback on how you feel about this experience.
It's been a very, very positive experience. What women would not want to look younger and not have to go through plastic surgery. When I was asked to talk about my experience, at first I'm very private, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that, but I thought, it was such a good experience, and I really wanted to let other women know if they had this done, what a positive benefit it would be to their lives, and also about your practice too, and how easy you were to talk to, and how you talked to me like I was a friend and not just another patient coming through. But the whole procedure of not having to have surgery and being done within an hour and a half was just so attractive to me. And so it's definitely, yeah, I mean, to start seeing results immediately without any scars or Band-Aids was wonderful. And I haven't told anybody about
until
this.
Today.
Nobody knows except my husband and Carol and David and the women here today, and that's fine. And some of the reactions I've gotten, it was more to see what people would say. For example, my stepmom, I hadn't seen her for a couple of months, so when I went to see her, she opened the door and she looked at me and gave me a hug and said, "Carolyn, you look wonderful." And so it was that kind of, that was a couple of things. And at a couple of social gatherings, people would just come up to me and kind of look at me twice and not quite sure, there was something different. I've had a couple of people say, "You look really pretty today." Almost, but not quite sure of what the difference is. So I've had the double takes, and a couple people complimenting me on how I look that had never complimented me before. So that's been really nice. It really has been, yes.
And I particularly like the smoothness of her face, it feels a little bit, I hate to use the word plump, but it's more of a pushing out feeling that I see in her skin. That just wasn't there anymore. It's nothing artificial looking.
Sure.
It just looks like she looked when we met 8 years ago. And that's something every husband would want, I would think.
Well, I look at my picture when I was 45, because I'm 53, and that's how I look now. It seems like those 8 years have just disappeared.
That's awesome.
They just have, yeah. Yeah.
So Carolyn, what made you decide to do this? What was your motivation?
Well, after meeting Carol, my friend Carol, who had this done, she was definitely an inspiration to me, and she had no qualms about talking to me about it, and I was so impressed because she's a pretty woman and she just looked great, and she didn't have to have surgery. So when my husband went to your presentation, came home and told me about it, and suggested I do it. I had never entertained the thought of having any kind of surgery or whatever done to my face. I just thought it was more of a, forgive me for saying it, more of a vanity thing, and I could think of other things to do with my funds. So when he brought that up, I allowed myself to open that door and realize how nice that would be to be able to look younger, what women would not want to. For 40 years, I think I had put my contacts in and stretched my eyes, and I had circles under my eyes. I would guess that would be probably from that. And so that was becoming very apparent. And also 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I had to have surgeries, 2 surgeries, and chemotherapy and radiation. And praise the Lord, I'm fine now. My health is back, but I also think it took a toll on my skin, and I think it aged me quicker during that time than I would probably have normally aged. It really did take a lot out of me. Yeah. So I think having that done and the thought of getting those years back was just almost too good to be true. And I'm just very happy. I'm just very happy with the results. And it's just given me a boost of confidence. And we work in the public a lot, and we're very active socially. And So it's just been a real confidence booster to have a younger looking face.
Ray, the last time we had a chat like this, you were supporting your wife in her Ulthera treatment,
Right.
but you actually mentioned that it wasn't something you were interested in doing, and now you've changed your mind about that because you've had it done.
I have.
Yeah. What made you change your mind about it?
Well, for one thing, my wife got lots of compliments from people who just said to her, I don't know what you've done, but your face looks young, you look refreshed. And so I heard that Carolyn never told anyone about the actual procedure. So she just let it be a compliment, you know. So I heard all of those compliments, you know, during the time before I had decided to go for it myself, because she was really encouraging me to have the Ultherapy also. And as you said, I just didn't think, you know, it was a thing that I would be interested in doing. Well, so an opportunity came along and I decided to go ahead and have the Ultherapy done. And so admittedly, it's hard for me to see the differences. Maybe it is for other people, but about themselves. But
You're actually
tells
only
me-
you're not to the point where we expect you to have lots of changes.
Okay.
That's just the nature of the procedure.
Yeah.
I would say that you're about maybe 4 to 6 weeks now,
I
around
think,
there.
I think 6 weeks since
Okay.
I was here. Yeah.
Okay. So we typically tell people at least 3 months, so you're halfway there.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of people that we've seen even more changes at 4 to 5 months than we've seen at 3 months. Doesn't keep on going forever, unfortunately, but
Okay. Well, I'll take all the change I can get.
yeah. It's
But
actually
Carolyn says she can see the
good.
difference.
In
me.
you, you mean?
Yeah.
Excellent.
In me,
Excellent.
yeah. She says she can really see the difference, and so that's good enough for me. If she likes
If the
what she
wife's happy, then
sees,
everybody's happy.
everybody's happy. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
How did
So,
you feel the experience of the treatment was for you?
Well, I thought it was very easy. I don't consider myself having a high pain tolerance necessarily, but I kind of knew what to expect from Carolyn, so it was fine.
Contact Dr. Meghan McGovern at Coastal Empire Plastic Surgery today to learn more.